Are you familiar with that feeling that you get when you engage in doing something really important and then along the way you get scared and you'll be like, perhaps I'm portraying myself to be something more than I really am? And you really start doubting yourself and second guessing yourself the entire time. That has something to do with imposter syndrome. And what is imposter syndrome? This is an inability to internalize one's accomplishments and being in constant fear of being portrayed as fraud. Welcome to Dreams to Dollars with Dean Dick. On today's episode of this YouTube series, we are going to talk about imposter syndrome and how you can deal with it. First and foremost, I think that a majority of people can relate with this. Most people take really big steps and along the way they get really scared and anxiety sets in. They're asking themselves if they are really as good, if they're really good enough to get into these shoes, or they're really good enough to take this big step, or did they just bite more than they could chew? But yes, this is a common thing and it happens to a lot of people. So first of all, we need to understand that if you're dealing with this, you're not the only person dealing with it. A lot of people deal with it, including me. Yes, you heard it right, including me. I've dealt with this for quite some time, and then now I decided to make a video on this so that it might help you to deal with the situation and then get better, so that you can go ahead and take these big steps and not feel anxious or scared or feel like you're being a fraudster. I've had quite a number of experiences where I had to deal with this imposter syndrome, and I think that it's just fair that I bring in my examples, my personal experiences. First example would be, despite having spent 6 years in engineering school, when I went out to the field and I had to be in charge of uh, a group of technicians and laborers, I often felt like, no, perhaps I wasn't the person apt to teach in this field. Maybe these people had better experiences than me, and I wasn't in the best place to be giving them instructions or telling them what to do. Or yeah, I felt like that, feelings like that came in. And though these people trusted me so much, they kept looking up to me to give them instructions on what to do and how to go about it. I felt like, you're really just a little girl and you can't be telling these people what to do. And like, they're older than you, they are much more experienced than you, and they probably know a whole lot of things that you do not know about. Yes, are they more experienced than me? That is true. That is true. In their field, they are more experienced than me. Are these people older than me? Yes, these people are older than me. But is it also true that I have spent 6 years of my life studying this and working hard every single day to make sure that I get the skills that are necessary to take on this job? Yes, that is true. But it's funny how our minds often just forget that part of the story and then concentrate on the part of the story where there are people that are more apt to teach in that field, where there are people that are more experienced in that field. So that is what usually happens, and it happened to me personally. Another example would be when I started my YouTube channel. First, I would ask myself, like, your YouTube channel is about encouraging young people to live a fun-filled yet intentional life while journeying to destinations, embracing their processes, embracing hard work, and just taking life the way it comes and being responsible about it, yet trying to enjoy their toilsome labor. But along the way, I felt like, are you really sure you want to do this? Are you really sure that you have anything that you can teach these people? Are you really sure that you have anything to say that they do not yet know? So those are things that happen every now and then. There are many other examples where perhaps I walk onto a stage, I'm supposed to teach on something, and sometimes it happens. Many people would say it's just a lack of self-esteem, confidence, but that's not true, because I have taken the self-confidence journey for quite some time and I've put in so much work in it and I've seen my confidence grow so much. But if I am being honest, this imposter syndrome always somehow sets in every now and then when you're taking a big step, or when you want to move to a higher height in your life. And I think that a lot of people can relate to this. Don't worry, it's not necessarily a confidence problem. It's something that a lot of people are dealing with. And now I'm going to tell you how to handle it. Okay, so first and foremost, what you need to do is to first normalize this feeling. Acknowledge that a lot of people are going through it and that you are not alone to be experiencing this. Next, I want to say that you should use positive reinforcement thoughts to counteract the effect of this imposter syndrome. For example, if you feel like, okay, I'll use my example, feeling like I'm not apt to teach, I'm in the engineering field, I'm not enough to be giving out instructions in a construction project out in the field. I then start remembering like all the times when I spent sleepless nights trying to understand concepts and understand principles and understand the basics and even the complexities of the profession. Yes, I did that. And I went through some really tough examinations, and yes, I succeeded. I went through some tough trainings, some very, very tough processes, but yes, I succeeded. Another very important thing will be focusing on effort and growth and less on the outcomes. What do I mean? When you get into doing something and your mind starts telling you that maybe you're not good enough to be doing this thing and you're not the perfect person to be doing this thing, you focus on the effort and on the growth. You tell yourself that I might not be the best person for this role yet, but I've put in hard work, I'm putting in effort, and I've seen myself constantly grow. And the fact that I can still always grow, the ability to always grow is still there, so I can get better at this and then I can do better things with myself. Also, you have to accept imperfection. Accept imperfection. If you want to be perfect, you're going to have to do nothing at all. I don't even know if you're going to succeed to do that perfectly. Because if you're going to engage into anything in this life, you're going to understand that you will be imperfect. And that is okay. So accept imperfection and then practice self-compassion. We often go so hard on ourselves, like we don't give ourselves as much credit as we deserve. We don't forgive ourselves as much as we deserve to forgive ourselves. We don't treat ourselves with love. So practice self-compassion. Use social media very, very wisely. If you spend so much time watching somebody or reading a person's writing, these types of posts make you feel like you're being an imposter. Today you want to start your YouTube channel and you just started, and then you go online and you see someone who looks like they're living the best life. Everything that they have is all perfection, and maybe this person is not really big on growth and effort. This person concentrates on the results. They want to see evidence and it makes you feel like you're claiming to be something that you're not. Unfollow them. I do that very much. Unfollow them. It's important to guard your mind. So use social media very wisely. The people that encourage you, that value effort and growth, that tell you that, okay, even you're not good enough, but you're working hard to be good enough, and you continue putting in this hard work, you continue putting in this effort, and I promise you that it's going to pay off. You follow these people and you listen to them very attentively, very keenly. The other people that make you feel like, no, you're just supposed to wake up one day and become perfect at it. You're supposed to start a YouTube channel today and become a very eloquent speaker. You're supposed to go to the field to an engineering project today and just become very confident in your decisions and in giving orders and in managing the team. Very practical step to combating imposter syndrome would be making a plan, breaking down your goals into actionable steps. That has a way of dealing with anxiety, because when you want to make a big move, it's a goal, but you don't yet know how to approach it. When you just keep looking at it, imagining how you're going to get to that destination kind of makes you a bit nervous, brings in anxiety, and that can scare you away and make you abandon your big projects. Now let's take a 2 seconds break where I'll plead on you to please like, comment and subscribe, and then share this video to your loved ones or people that you know that might be suffering from imposter syndrome. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can always get content that is like this and that if it's well suited for you. Thank you very much. I hope you have. Drop a comment for me in the comment section. Let me know. Tell me how you've been suffering from imposter syndrome so that I know that this video was helpful to somebody. So always remember that what is obvious to you isn't so obvious to others. So don't downgrade yourself like that. You have something to offer, something really, really special to offer. And so don't sleep on that potential. Go out and express yourself. You're not an imposter. Just keep on putting in the hard work and value your effort and embrace the process. you're going to get there. And finally, like me, you don't have to be a guru to teach other people. You don't have to be a guru to lead other people. Sometimes you could just be a guide, and that is perfectly okay. That is perfectly okay. Don't wait till you're perfect before you can go out to do something, because you're never going to be perfect.